Jerry Rivas, 364 Twin Ponds Road. I think perhaps you ought to have a copy of Robert's Rules of Order out in the lobby and require everybody to read it. Several things are on my mind. When I spoke to you several weeks ago, a couple of days after my wife took her own life, I talked to you about passing a law in this state where a doctor who gets kicked out of one state for gross negligence and malpractice can't come to North Carolina and get a license. And I have been in contact with Jim Bergen's office, Tom Tillis' office, and Richard Burr's office, and just basically been blown off. Jim Bergen never bothered to contact me at all, so he's just proof that he's just another typical politician, doesn't give a darn about the citizens of Harnett County or North Carolina, just got elected to go to Raleigh and get rich, probably has his eyes on Washington like those other two morons that we have for senators. I noticed there's no movement in the sheriff's department, body cameras, and I think what this county really needs, we need to get rid of a sheriff who is looking back to the 1970s and get somebody progressive who is looking forward to the 2020s and the 2030s, join the other 67% of law enforcement agencies in this country that wear body cameras. It's an extra level of accountability for everybody concerned, deputies and alleged perpetrators. And lastly, I see a lot of people here who are against this asphalt plant. I don't have a dog in this hunt because I live several miles away from here, but I will say that for 12 years I worked for Kroll Constructors in Fayetteville, an asphalt plant. I learned how to drive a truck 45 years ago working at a concrete plant, and I've worked at 3 different concrete companies. I will say they are extremely loud, they are noisy, they are filthy. The concrete plants are gross water polluters. You ought to see the crap that comes out of one of those drums when every day you dump a load of concrete, you have to go back to that plant and put 100, 150 gallons of water in that drum and rinse it out. And it's nasty. And now I don't know how many houses are close to that proposed site, but the trend nationwide has been to do road work at night. So congratulations to the people who live within a half a mile of that place, because they're not going to get any sleep. And for my 12 years of working at an asphalt plant, I now have silicosis, which is caused by rock dust in my lungs. And you got to keep them away from everybody. They need a 3-mile buffer zone around them where there's nothing but woods. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.